kilometers. That was Terminate's Termination by Boris Harazanov, an epic, especially appropriate tune for today, given the events of the night. Oh, this was a good one that painted an epic image in my mind. I can just see it. 4 divers managing a civilian extraction mission, beset from all sides by Terminates. Lesser men would die there, give up, die trying. But when the storm is howling at its loudest, the night is at its darkest, and times are at their hardest, Helldivers stare it all down and say, nah, I'd extract. I've heard it said that fighting Terminates is more akin to opposing a force of nature. How does one oppose a hurricane? How does one punch out a tornado? But most make one mistake with their analysis. For we are the storm, not the other way around. So the night crew was busy last night and managed to finish prying Heeth from the cold, calculating, clicking claws of the Terminate swarm, and were quick to move on to the next phase of their evil plan, attacking the now isolated planet of Cirrus and making a strong first impression there. On the southern front, the Illuminate attacked RD-4 during the night, the next-door neighbor to the ever-edgy Rogue 5, and you can imagine how that made the Chaos Divers react. Radical has already mobilized the Shadow Fleet, but it doesn't look likely that they're going to be able to stop the Squids from abducting their people. The goal here now is to save who they can and maybe attempt an intercept outside the planet's gravity well before the Squids can portal out. Here's hoping they can pull it off. Now, get this, dear listeners. Desi just relocated to RD-4 to give the Chaos Divers a helping hand. Doesn't that just warm your heart? The Liberation Fleet looks after their own, regardless of faction. I have also heard that the Illuminate Void Fleet has strayed into range of Rogue 5's STS grid, and the Chaos Divers are racking up some good long-range kills. Love to see it. Give them hell, boys. And don't you worry about me. I'll be along before too long to drop in and give the Squids a piece of my mind and help out with the defense, too. In an effort to put some more pressure on Super Earth and make their abduction raids more likely, the Illuminate have also attacked Genesis Prime in the Rictus sector, which one could immediately recognize as planets similar to the eponymous Malevelon Creek. Some say that the Squids might, one day, attempt a raid on Malevelon Creek, but I don't know if they're that stupid. Despite their zombie fever, the Illuminate appear to like being alive, and I can imagine no more effective way to honk off the entire Liberation Fleet than to attempt that, even if Malevelon Creek has been made into a resort planet with a large population base over the past year since its final lasting liberation. In news from the community, remember when I said that Diplomat 2 was only mostly dead? His body was recovered by the Sentinel Defense Force and his brain extracted in an experimental procedure. Yeah, I know that sounds absolutely horrible, but bear with me. It's being kept in a preserved state, immersed in a nutrient-rich oxygenation fluid. Oxygenation fluid? Jeez, that's a tough one. And his awareness is being projected into a fist unit with full dive technology. For all intents and purposes, that fist unit is his body now. Oxygenation. Forfeit! My pronunciation woes aside, I said that I had an idea to save him. I did not say that it was a good one. Besides, this does cross some ethical boundaries for me. If the Ministry of Truth knew how to do this, I have little doubt that they would start yanking the brains out of dissident heads so they could use them as eternally expendable helldivers, and then sleep like a baby afterward, content with their new eternal fighting force of immortals. And I am not going to be part of that. That's been Liberty's Latest with me, Pandera the Radio Angel. Between Cirrus and keeping the zombies off the lawn, it looks like we've got our work cut out for us today. There's just not enough democratic wrath to go around, sadly, so we're gonna have to prioritize. The words of the day are time management. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.